While all his friends and relatives expected the sad news of his death to be announced soon, Aloysius Dawson, co-founder and head of the Dawson and Dawson Company, has made an astonishing appearance at the last meeting of the London City Council's Board of Health. For more than 2 hours, the supposedly dying Mangate accused 3 members of the board of criminal carelessness before demanding their immediate expulsion. Supported by Lord Redgrave, the Earl of Bristol, who assisted in the meeting, Aloysius was then ordained as the new administrator of the LCCBH. The very much living Mangate had merely ordered the launch of his grand plan to save London, the creation of a quarantine wall around the West End to protect the more affluent districts and contain the Spanish flu in the already impacted boroughs. Of course, many inhabitants of the targeted districts are now protesting vigorously, arguing that their health is more than ever at risk, since the cases of infections can only grow in the quarantine areas. But that's only because they lack the moral fibre of great men like Aloysius Dawson. Every nation, every empire, when facing a deadly peril such as the Spanish flu, must make sacrifices. It is by accepting these necessary sacrifices that the real patriots will serve the empire and its interest during these dark times. So, that's what happens when Dawson lives. Otherwise, it's just, he's dead, woe to him, he was such a great guy, blah blah blah. And if anything, the district should be a little healthier now because he's alive. So ahoy hoy guys, Arkusam here, and we're doing another episode of Vampyr. So if you caught us last episode, it was a bit of a, actually rather a dramatic episode. We started off the episode turning Dawson, and we ended the episode by turning McCallum. So it was just turning people for days. Need some more buddies in my life. But I do have now level 5 Mesmerize. So what that means is I'm going to eat everyone left in the hospital now. Because in order to unlock the darkest ending, because there's 4 endings for this game. The first ending you get, you can't eat one person unless it's story related. So you can't eat anybody. Second best ending, I think you can eat people, but no districts can go down. Third worst is 1 district goes down, and I think for the darkest ending you gotta have 2 or more districts go down. So you don't even need to eat everyone in the entire game. So we've already smacked out 1 district, so that's given us 3rd darkest ending. When I take out Pembroke, there's the darkest ending there. So I am only going to eat as many people as I need to hit level cap, because when you hit level 50, there's no point eating anybody else. On the first playthrough I did off camera, I did go around and I did eat everybody. So yeah, I do understand that there's sort of no point. Alright, I still got to get a recipe for neuralgia. I know I had that by now too, so I'm going to have to figure out what the hell's going on there. There we go. Don't think anyone should have neuralgia around here anyway. I think there's a couple of people around West End, and I think there was someone in Whitechapel that had it. So I'm feeling pretty confident. So first things first, I need to find fucking Nurse Bray. Yo, Gwyneth. You've got something a little special for me.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
I have a lot to do, Dr. Reed. If there's something you need, ask. Otherwise, I must get back to work.
Oh yeah, you'll be working.
Do you require medical assistance?
You'll be working,
I will
alright.
be fine.
Well, I'll be working on your
As soon as
neck.
I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help.
I'll try.
There we go. Now she's back to her 5k. Oi, I got something to show you at the back. It's my dick. And now we gotta go put her into the handy room where I eat everybody. And this is where I think the only person I haven't eaten in this corner was Clay. He was the dude when you first get to Pembroke and he's all dying and shit. It's the game's introduction tutorial sort of thing for, hey, do you want to eat this guy? So apart from that one dude, every other person in Pembroke we've brought to this exact spot. And we eat them, just like that. Also, it's always a little pleasing for me to kill Gwyneth because she's always just a little too uptight for my liking.
Liar! Snake! I had proved my value.
You did. But that's the only reason why I killed you is for your surgical knife. That's all I'm saying. Oh, treatment for neuralgia. Perfect. Now I know there's someone else out here. You go. Hey, sweetie. Time to get rid of your sepsis.
I have nothing more to say to you, Dr. Reed.
Are you sure? Not even for free
Do you
medicine?
require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Are you sure that's just the grief?
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
I don't know. Hey! I want to show you my balls. Now can we put her into the secret... No, we're not taking her to the super secret sexy room. So the reason she's outside campaigning, if you haven't caught earlier episodes, is I ate her son first. So I ate her son, and because enough time had lapsed, she's like, "Oi, where's my son?" And we're like, "Whoopsies, he dead." It's a bit of an interesting case with her and the son, because the son, he came in originally with a quote-unquote sore throat, or potentially the Spanish flu. Turns out that the son actually tried to kill himself, and because this is early 1900s in London, apparently trying to kill yourself gets you thrown in jail. So Mumsy here was being a bit overprotective, but it didn't work because I ate the son. And now she's been running around preaching bad shit about the hospital, so now she's dead.
I'm not afraid of dying, for I have no reason to live anymore. I'm coming, Mortimer. And we'll talk. You and I.
Oh, okay. She just didn't care. Which I guess it would make sense, I guess, if you were... Hey, I'm at this hospital looking for my son. Oh, he's dead. Which was sort of the reason you brought him there, was to keep him alive. I'd be a bit broken as well. So, fair call. Fair call indeed. Oh, if you notice, I have, with the 10,000 experience I did have on me before I started this episode, I went up 3 levels. So I think I put 2 in stamina, 1 in life, or something like that. Get to the point where I may as well max out them bars now. Hello, Ackroyd.
Good evening, Dr. Ackroyd.
You're the last person that I want to see right now, Dr. Reed.
I see that you are as friendly as ever.
Are you really going to ask me why?
Yes.
That would just be more evidence of your selfishness.
I'm sort of tempted, I want to know why. Oh yes, the death of Harvey Fiddick.
How do you think these recent events will affect...
Harvey Fiddick was a guy that was in the top left corner,
There's
sitting on
something
that bed
strange
over
about
there.
you and Dr. Swansea.
And
One
pretty
day
much
you'll
they
have
had
to
2
provide
doctors, and they're
answers.
like, we're going to try and fix him this way. We're going to try and fix him that way. And while they're arguing about how they were trying to fix him, I just went and ate him. Sorry, not sorry. Your suspicion is an insult!
The epidemic is enough to deal with, without wasting time on insults and suspicions.
Yes, the epidemic. Convenient, isn't it? Just like the war, really. Hundreds are already dying, so who cares about one more?
Or in this case, who cares about 4 or 5 more?
You need my assistance.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Well then, take
Then
the
you are
time to do
lucky
so.
that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Yes, I'm sure you don't want me to turn everyone into a meal, so hey, I'm gonna show you my asshole. Come on. And you're worth about I think about 4 grand as well, so you're worth a pretty little penny. Or a pretty blood pack, I should say. So I'm surprised I'm taking him all the way out here. Why couldn't we just put him in the room? Seems to be today. I think I must have jinxed myself saying I've eaten absolutely every single person in this room but one, and it's just like, hey, how about you eat people in other more exotic locations, like this morgue? Bye.
All our patients, so many of them. Will Strickland be up to the task? I wonder.
He probably won't be, but if it makes you feel any better, he is joining you right now. Hey, buddy.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
Have you seen any suspicious activity in the vicinity, Dr. Reed?
No more than usual.
This is no laughing matter, Dr. Reed. A patient of mine has been murdered. Mr. Fiddick is dead.
How dare they?
Be more cautious.
And apparently with this guy, I've only read this at this stage, he starts off being like superhero worship of you, and if you eat the guy that I just ate, and you eat Fiddick, and you let it sit for a few days, he ends up getting completely disillusioned and just can't stand you.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Which is very stupid considering your whole thing is about keeping each other alive, I'm just saying. Hey, gonna show you my gooch. Come on. On the plus side, at least you can sort of just go around the corner and it's like, hey, feeding time, bitch. Yoink!
I could have saved Mr. Fiddick if I had more time. I could have shown you all.
Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now, who else is actually left here? Just Swansea, who's out being kidnapped at the moment. And Shadana, Rakesh Shadana. He is the grave robbing dude that, well, grave robbing merchant. He sells chemicals. So for me personally, on this playthrough, he's like 600% useless. There is still one more hint I'm missing though. I have a feeling this is where we have to go see him. Investigating his actions just so I can cure him and then I can get all of his experience because he should be worth about 4 or 5 hour. I think it's 4th hour. Oh, what? Okay, I was hiding in the spot. I did the right thing. Oh, whatever. 800 experience, I think. Or maybe 1,000 off. Wait, dickhead.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Is it really though?
Do you need medical attention? Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Although, out of everybody in this video game so far, I would be Rakesh Shadana. He's the dude that doesn't want to be around people, he doesn't like to talk to people, he just wants to hang around the dead because they don't talk and they're quiet. I mean, yeah, he robs them, but they're dead.
But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
3750, okay. No, it's enough for a meal. So maybe another stage if I can get Vampyr on PC, I might do like a full hero playthrough and not eat anybody and chuck it on my solo account, but yeah, just definitely at the moment. When I get this Vampyr run done, gonna need to give it a bit of a break for a while, because I said, well, this will be my second playthrough now, and like the second playthrough that I've done the exact same way. Like, the game does have a lot of promise, like a lot of the ideas were there, it's just, everything just felt like it was 80% done though. Like just a little bit off and it would have been so much better. But now we have all your shit, so... Rakesh's surgical saw. I didn't even get that last time. I just Damn, so it's all just damage. Oh wow, that's a bit of damage, so we can go... I wonder if I could do like, yeah, do this all the way up. I wonder how much damage it would end up doing, because seeing about, what, 242, if I go for that, and then there's an extra 10 percenters. But at the same time, we do also have blood restoration on it as well, so I could imagine that 10 points of blood every time you struck someone. I might actually end up rolling with that, because I did end up using the sword at the, like, the very end of the game. Like, it was just my go-to weapon. Alright, so that's everyone that munched on now. So I am going to punch in these souls, and when we cut off these souls, this blood, and when we cut back, yeah, we'll head over to Doris Fletcher's theatre again. For months, the Pembroke Hospital remained the only steadfast medical facility in the East End of London. This morning, the building irreversibly closed its doors. Local authorities, following a formal assessment of extreme squalor, ordered the facility shut down. It seemed the hospital helped the spread of disease. The Pembroke administration has yet to issue an official statement, but the extremely low number of people who left the hospital in good health during the last weeks corroborates the theory of mistreatment and poor medical practice. With a capacity for little more than 100 patients, the Pembroke was found to be housing more than 3,000, some more dead than alive, shoehorned into the rooms and even corridors of the hospital. Several honourable decisions had criticised the establishment prior to this catastrophe for the opacity of its financing arrangements. It is recommended, should you want to maintain your physical well-being, to seek medical help with proven professionals elsewhere. Disclaimer: today's New Londoner article was replaced by a contribution from our special reporter Solomon L. Anthlein. Your usual EW column will resume once redacted according to the regulations in effect.
So Priwen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their
So
quarters.
Edgar Swansea is here, but he's like down like the very bottom, like he's down like bottom floors or some shit. Also, if you've noticed, I punched all my souls in, so yeah, level 40 now. I've also done up a different set of gear. As I said, when I did my main playthrough last time, I had the sword and the gun, but I wanted to do something just a little different because I'm playing it for the second time now. So I've gone for Gwyneth's surgical knife, and I have Rakesh's saw. So the point, or reason I've gone for both of them is because each one gives you a plus or 10 blood per strike. So it just means I might not do as much physical damage, but I can get my blood back super fast, so then I can pop my claws out and then just ruin everyone's day. Hey buddy. Nope. 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 And you can fuck off and you can just die, and then there's your knife, and have another knife, and you can have a knife fight. Yeah. Most of this loot is pretty much redundant now. Oh! McCallum's report. I know I didn't read this one out loud, I just realized like 10 seconds in, so if you want to read it, you guys can just pause it.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
The theatre stage key, well luckily I must have read it last time because you get a stage key. And you wouldn't get the stage key to get progress otherwise. Must have just paid attention when I was doing my playthrough. Oh! Edgar. We can see his place card getting close. Hey buddy. Bye buddy. I wonder how being killed like a sword would feel like. It's just such a visceral way to go. At least the sword, it's like, you know, shove it in. You might get lucky, you might give him like a quick painless death, but a sword, it's just like, it's fucking all serrated, it's designed just to cut through things, like, you'd be there for fucking days. Alright, this room. No, but I did need to come into this room for something, I remember. That wasn't it. William Marshall's memoirs. William Marshall is like an old school ancient vampire. It's who that everyone thinks that I was sired by.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
I actually forgot to get that on my first playthrough, so I ran through, did everything here, then I had to come back and get that book. So, sort of glad I actually remembered I got it this time. Well, I've got the theatre key, so I should be able to get in. Got Edgar on that side, you got the fucking random spring loot and shit. Thought that was everything I needed to get, but it doesn't seem like it. And now I'm getting to that stage where I'm rambling, so... Come on, finally! Edgar! Budding!
Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Yes. Get out the saw.
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Go on, throw him over the shoulder. It's probably the most humane we've acted all game that I'm okay with.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late.
Oh, I thought you were fine.
Punctured lung, broken ribs, internal bleeding.
At least this is the pros of a doctor. Hey, I'm dying. This is exactly what's going on. Oh, good to know, buddy. Thank you.
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke hospital. He was
Oh, no
convinced
adjustable
you
camera.
and I
God damn
were
it.
responsible for the skull epidemic.
Wanted to like just pan a little bit more so Edgar was more on the left and
That
Jonathan was more on the right.
self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
He's one of
I put
us
him in a
now.
somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Ah! Makes me fucking smile.
You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Yes.
Time will tell.
I wouldn't
The
have done
most
it otherwise.
intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
Are you hiding something? He is, but you know, it's all part of the story,
you're
guys.
hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of
Well, if you're dying, there's sort of no other time, so you've got some explaining to do, dickhead.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Yes, but Doris Fletcher got infected in Pembroke. Because yes, Doris Fletcher is the daughter of Harriet Jones, the old lady that died and faked her death.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is
There
more.
is more.
Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms. Blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Edgar, just stop lying, you fucking shit. How am I supposed to trust you after you're doing all of this shit?
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet.
There was no evil plan.
What?
No diabolical
Yeah,
plot.
that's what he did.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on
And for the
Harriet
record, it
Jones.
wasn't Jonathan's
My only
vampire
intention was
blood
to find
either.
the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's.
Da
While
da da
transfusing
da.
her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
Considering that you
How
eat your
dare
patients.
You judge me.
Yes!
Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
Until this point, I was always like, does Edgar
But at
honestly not
least
know that
I
I'm eating
know
his
I
hospital? And when he
was.
says that, it's like, good, I'm glad that they've got
Words
some
hardly.
form of marker in there.
You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Oh, I wouldn't say victim. Do I eat him? Do I embrace him? Or do I let him die? In my playthrough, I did let him die. So in this playthrough, you die.
Yes, your death is imminent, Dr. Swansea. But I swear, it will be quick.
It's because we are friends.
I already told you to call me Edgar. Am I no longer your friend?
No, you are
I
dinner
believe
now.
you never have been, sir. You have lied to me at every step and betrayed the trust of a woman I cherish.
Again with the 4th
You,
love
the
story.
Lady? Really? Why, I should have seen it coming, I suppose. May I add that I welcome this?
Oh yeah, he's a bit of a vampire fetish.
You have your wish.
Is it going to hurt? I always wondered.
Like if I do another playthrough, I am gonna like turn him and see what happens. Because I'm assuming the only way for Edgar to get out of this alive would be to turn him. Another thing is I read as well, if you get... Another thing I read is if you get all of Edgar's hints before this point, you end up getting about 12,000 blood out of him. Alright, so that's another episode done. I'm going to wrap this up here because we are getting very close to the end. All we gotta do now is make said antidote, and then we gotta go fuck some shit up, and that's about it. So, I think what I'll probably do before next episode is probably go on my feeding spree and get myself capped to 50, and then we will just burn through to the end. Yeah, so, you know, may as well just, as I said, burn through all that, and then, yeah, next episode, what we'll do is, yeah, cap out to 50, and then, when I have everything capped out to 50, we can just burn through the rest of the main story. So if you liked anything that I've been doing here, or anything from the other guys, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I really do appreciate it. We'll have all the links down below, and make sure you guys hit your notification bell, because we upload most days as well, and we don't want you guys missing out. So till the next episode of our vampire run, I am Arkusam, and you are DudeGoBack. Peace.